I made this quilted vinyl record coaster and loved how it turned out. Let me show you how I made it. You will need 2 black circles cut at 6.5 inches and also a piece of batting cut at 6.5 inches, a smaller circle cut at 3.25 inches, as well as a 1-inch circle. Both of these circles have an iron-on adhesive on the back of them. I'm using this Pillon 805. To assemble, you want to place your 2 black pieces right sides together and then place your batting piece on top of that. And then you can place some clips to hold it all together. Then with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, sew all the way around. Don't worry about leaving a gap for turning. Once that is all sewn up, you want to take your shears and cut all the way around. If you don't have shears, you can just use some scissors to cut little clips all the way around, but it's better if you have shears. This is a little bit tricky, but you want to pinch the top layer to separate it from the middle layer and the batting in the back. So make sure you only have that top layer pinched because we're going to cut that open, but you don't want to accidentally cut the other piece of fabric. Also, just make sure you're cutting in the middle because it'll be covered later. Now that we have this opening, we're going to turn everything right side out. And then I also have this scoring tool that I use to push all the seams out. Then just take it under the iron to make it nice and flat. Now take one of your circles with the adhesive and lay it right over top of the opening that you made and make sure it's centered. And then place the 1-inch circle in the center of that. It doesn't have to be perfect, I just eyeballed it. Then when you iron it, it will activate that adhesive. Once those are secure, we're going to sew a zigzag stitch around both circles. Sewing around such a tight circle can be tricky, so I recommend going slow on this part. But remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now that that's finished, we're going to sew straight lines around the black part that gives it the vinyl record look. I sewed around it 3 times and just sewed closer to the inner circle with each line. These are perfect for people who love vinyl records or just music in general, and they don't take much time or fabric to make.